Okay, so I'm going to show a quick little example of how I go through the annotation process. One of the first things I have them take a look at is the title. I know it seems kind of obvious, but you'd be surprised on some of these strategies that people don't really think about when they're reading, because it's so ingrained in our reading but not necessarily in their reading. So, you know, we look at this so that nobody has to go to school if they don't want to. It's an interesting point. So, you know, just little notes that I say to myself. I put in annotations over here. Maybe you have a code that you teach the kids. That interesting point could be something like an exclamation point or anything like that. So as you move through this, some of the strategies that I think about and I'm going to do, I'm going to bracket if I find something that's going to be an important point that is going to be beyond the summary that I could put at the bottom of the page. So, for example, the solution to this problem is simple: abolish compulsory attendance laws and allow only those who are committed to getting an education to attend. Well, this is the, this is the main point of this article. And that's kind of something I want to write in itself, because that's the thesis of this whole article is, that attendance laws should be abolished. And then it's going to go on beyond this. This will not end public education. Contrary to conventional belief, legislatures enacted compulsory attendance laws to legalize what already existed. Now, maybe as a reader, they're reading through and they're like, compulsory? What's that mean? So they could circle it, and then they can know that they can come back to it and they can define this. So William Landis, Lewis Solomon, economists, found little evidence that mandatory attendance laws increase the number of children in school. So maybe I can write important study on attendance, and I can come back to that. So I'm moving through, blah, 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 reads here. Private schools have no such problem. That's an important line, because here's your topic sentence on private schools. And then when I get to the bottom, I read through this whole thing. I'm going to write a basic summary, no more than 1 to 3 sentences, about the main concept of this page. And what I'm going to do that, and why I'm going to do that, is it allows me to go back if I'm reading through something, and instead of rereading this over and over again, I'm going to read my own thoughts and come back to my major points here. And not only is that an important tool, but as I'm reading, I'm actively writing things down and interpreting this evidence on my own. So just by doing simple things like this and teaching them these strategies, you're essentially getting them involved in the reading instead of being a passive reader. And that's probably one of the biggest takeaways when we're teaching reading strategies and teaching kids how to be better readers. They're not necessarily going to be faster readers, but just better readers. And that's a really important skill to take away, not only in English, but science, trades, anything.